When we look up at the cosmos, we see a beautiful clockwork machine. We like to believe that uncovering the rules of this universe is a noble, triumphant journey. But the truth is far darker. The map of reality was not drawn in peace. It was forged in obsession, betrayal, and blood. Every time humanity has peeled back a layer of the universe to see the terrifying gears underneath, someone has paid the ultimate price. From the minds that broke under the weight of their own genius to the scientists who were consumed by the very forces they unleashed. These are the mavericks and martyrs of physics, the people who rewrote the laws of reality and the terrible tragedies that followed. Our journey begins with a man who looked at the universe and saw its inevitable doom. Ludwig Boltzmann. In the late 19th century, Boltzmann discovered the statistical laws of thermodynamics. He mathematically proved the concept of entropy, the terrifying reality that the universe is inherently tilted toward chaos, decay, and eventual heat death. But his genius was too far ahead of its time. The scientific establishment of the day viciously rejected his ideas. They mocked him, ostracized him, and tore his life's work apart. The relentless rejection broke his spirit. In 1906, suffering from severe depression, Boltzmann took his own life while on a family vacation. The ultimate, bitter tragedy? Just a few short years later, Albert Einstein and Max Planck would use his exact equations to form the foundation of quantum physics. Boltzmann was universally proven right, but he didn't live to see it. Sometimes, the tragedy is not the loss of life, but the theft of a legacy. For decades, the atom was thought to be unbreakable, but a brilliant Austrian physicist named Lise Meitner realized the impossible. She was the first human being to mathematically explain nuclear fission, how an atom could be split to release earth-shattering energy. But Meitner was a Jewish woman in 1938. As the Nazis rose to power, she was forced to flee Germany in the middle of the night, leaving her entire life behind. While in exile, she continued to guide the research by mail. But when the time came to publish, her male collaborator, Otto Hahn, took the credit. Hahn was awarded the 1944 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for the discovery of fission. Meitner, the mind who actually unlocked the power of the atom, was erased from her own revolution. Meitner's discovery opened a Pandora's box, and humanity immediately weaponized it. Deep inside the top-secret labs of the Manhattan Project sat a 14-pound sphere of solid plutonium. It became known as the Demon Core. It was a dragon, sleeping just millimeters away from waking up. In 1945, a scientist named Harry Daghlian accidentally dropped a heavy brick onto the core, reflecting its radiation back into itself. A brilliant flash of blue Cherenkov radiation lit up the room. He was bathed in a lethal dose of invisible energy and died in agony weeks later. Incredibly, less than a year later, another scientist, Louis Slotin, was manipulating the exact same core using nothing but a flathead screwdriver. The screwdriver slipped. Another blue flash, another agonizing death. It was a chilling reminder. We had unlocked the fires of the cosmos, but we were entirely unequipped to control them. That same radioactive fire culminated in the New Mexico desert in July 1945. The Trinity Test. J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb, stood in the dark, waiting. But the intense pressure of the moment wasn't just about whether the bomb would work. It was about whether it would destroy the world. Before the test, the physicists discovered a terrifying mathematical possibility. The heat of the nuclear explosion might trigger a runaway fusion reaction in the Earth's atmosphere, igniting the nitrogen in the air and incinerating the entire planet in seconds. They ran the numbers. They deemed the chances near zero. Near zero. They pressed the button anyway. When the desert sky lit up with the fire of 1,000 suns, Oppenheimer realized the philosophical horror of what they had done. They had become death, the destroyers of worlds. We thought we had mastered destruction. We thought we had conquered the atom. but the universe is always waiting to humble us. In 1908, decades before the first atomic bomb, the sky over Siberia tore open. A massive explosion flattened 80 million trees across 2,000 square miles with the force of a 12-megaton bomb. But there was no crater. The Tunguska event was a century-long scientific mystery, eventually revealed to be a massive asteroid or comet that detonated directly in the atmosphere. It is the ultimate, terrifying reminder. We sacrifice our minds, our legacies, and our lives to uncover the dangerous secrets of reality. We build weapons that threaten our very existence. But the cosmos? The cosmos has possessed that unimaginable, destructive power since the beginning of time. The universe is a violent place, and we are just learning how to read the warning signs.